Mr. Rock,
Here.
Mr. Stevenson, Vice President Rothstein,
Here.
President Tunnicliff.
Here.
Thank you. Notice of meeting. Please take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in the following manner. That a written notice was sent from the office of the Secretary of the Board at 4 p.m. on January 7th, 2022. That said notice was sent by regular mail to the West Orange Township Clerk and the editors of the West Orange Chronicle and the Star Ledger. That said notice was posted in the lobby of the Administration Building of the Board of Education. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Ms. Flowers. Looks like we have a quorum. So in consideration of the closed and public meeting minutes of November 21st, 2022, do I have a motion to accept these minutes?
So move.
Thank you, Ms. Huerta. A second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Rock. Any comments? Okay, seeing no comments, would you kindly take the roll call, Ms. Flowers?
Ms. Huerta,
Yes.
Mr. Rock,
Yes.
Vice President Rothstein,
Yes.
President Tunnicliff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And a special good evening to our student liaisons. Tonight we have Gianna Dorval and Lance Zellicksing with us. Would you like to share your report this evening?
Congratulations to Mr. Guerrero on his first month as principal at West Orange High School. We're looking forward to having you as our principal for the rest of the year. Congratulations to Dr. Farley, who was named the 2022 to 2023 West Orange High School Teacher of the Year. And Redland Christian was named Educational Professional of the Year. Congratulations to the band department on their fall concert, which was held on Thursday, December 1st. Congratulations to the drama club on their winter coffee house, which featured all sorts of arts, including singing, dancing, actors, comedians, and more. This event was held on Friday, December 2nd. Congratulations to Scriptus Honor Society on the Asian Culture Book Night for young children that was held on Thursday, December 8th. And congratulations to the choir department on their winter concert, which was held on Thursday, December 8th.
Congratulations to all fall athletes that got the recognition that they well deserved on December 10th at the hometown champion celebration at Town Hall. Congratulations to all of the winter sports on the successful start to all of their seasons. These sports include basketball, bowling, fencing, indoor track, swimming, ice hockey, color guard, and wrestling. We wish them good luck in all of their games, matches, and meets. For important information regarding these sports, you can visit their schedule at whssports.com. Very soon, the Rho Kappa Honor Society will collaborate with the GSA and update their bulletin board in conformity to highlight queer historians. On Tuesday, December 20th, the Chamber Music Night will be held in the band room at 7 p.m. We encourage you all to attend. This week, the Student Council is having their Spirit Week. For more information, visit whs.stuco on Instagram. Lastly, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or any other holiday, the student liaisons would like to wish everyone a happy holiday season and a very happy and healthy new year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and same to you both. Next up, Dr. Schoen, it's time for your report.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to begin this evening by congratulating our board president, Ms. Jennifer Tunnicliff. We received confirmation from the school board's executive director, Dr. Purnell, stating that our board president has satisfied all requirements for certified board member certification through NJSBA Board Member Academy. Those requirements include earning a minimum of 20 credits through attendance at Academy sessions, the NJSBA workshop, and a variety of county programs. The Certified Board Member Award recognizes professional development in these areas as critical to effective school board governance. We commend Ms. Tunnicliff for her commitment to our school district and for dedicating substantial time and effort to improve her skills and knowledge. Congratulations. The HIB report this evening: since our last board meeting, there have been 10 HIB investigations in our district. I did review the summaries of the investigations, and of those reported, there were 4 confirmed and 6 non-confirmed. I concur with the findings of our anti-bullying specialist presented. Finally, tonight, as we all know, marks the last meeting for Mr. Rothstein, and I'd like to make a few comments. I would personally like to thank Gary for his 3 years on our Board of Education, serving as both a trustee and our vice president for the last year. While my time working alongside Mr. Rothstein has been limited to the last 10 months, it has been my honor. Gary embodies the characteristics of a great board member, a consummate professional whose only goal is what's in the best interest of our children. While I have served as superintendent with numerous board members over the course of my career, I truly believe that I am a better superintendent and a better person having worked with you. Wishing you nothing but good health and happiness, Gary. We will miss you. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Will that conclude your report?
That concludes my report.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And do we have any committee reports this evening from anyone? I do want to just mention that we are still working towards our negotiations with the WOAA. Had the opportunity to speak with their president, and they maintain their position as well as the board maintains our position. However, we both have a desire to move forward. However, we have agreed that mediation at this point is the best way forward. So we do have an appointment with a mediator on February 6th. So I will update you all on how that goes after that meeting. And nothing on legislative tonight? No. Okay. All right, great. We'll move forward then. Thank you. And so my report this evening, we're going to highlight Redwood School tonight. And excuse me, Mr. Smith, a Purple Heart recipient and grandfather of one of our 3rd grade students, shared his Vietnam War training and experience with our 3rd grade students. Redwood was also recognized by Easy Ride Safe with the Gold Award. So congratulations to Redwood on that accomplishment. And tomorrow night, December 20th, they will be having their winter concert. So if anyone wants to enjoy some winter concert music, please join them over at Redwood. And I would also now like to acknowledge my colleague, Mr. Rothstein, as you know, it's his final meeting tonight as a school board member and vice president, and I have a resolution that I'd like to present to Mr. Rothstein by the West Orange Board of Education in Essex County. Whereas Gary Rothstein has served the citizens of his community for 3 years as a member of the Board of Education and as the board's vice president for one of those years. And whereas Gary Rothstein's service to the West Orange Board of Education includes his leadership and participation in a wide range of committees and associations, including but not limited to policy, public relations, New Jersey School Boards Association, and Essex County School Boards Association. And resolved that the West Orange Board of Education expresses its deep appreciation to Gary Rothstein for his exemplary service to children of West Orange Township and the state of New Jersey, and be it further resolved that the copy of this resolution be sent to the Essex County School Boards Association. So at this time, I'd like to ask the board if I have a motion to approve this resolution.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Huerta. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Rock. Any discussion?
Yeah, just want to say congratulations, Gary, on your term of service, and thank you for being a board member. In my time as a board member with you, you've been a voice of reason up here on the dais. And when I was a community member before, I would watch meetings and often find that you asked the questions that I thought about and said the things that I was thinking. So we will miss your opinion, and we'll also miss your sense of humor, but wish you the best of luck and enjoy all the free time that you're going to have.
I'd like to add that when I was campaigning 3 years ago, Gary and I campaigned at the same time, and I had no idea who Gary was. And I think we met the first time outside the high school on the sidewalk when we were canvassing at back to school night. And my campaign manager and I met him, and later she said to me, she says, well, he's either the nicest guy on the planet or an evil genius.
A little bit of both.
And it turns out he's truly one of the nicest guys on the planet. Today, we're losing an amazing board member, one who truly cares not only about student achievement, but also about our staff and our teachers. He's led with compassion, concern, and caring with a deep sense of integrity. He has been my right hand throughout the last year, serving as the VP, and has been an incredible thought partner. He always seems to have the right words that truly come from the heart, and a place of deep caring for everyone in our district. You will be sorely missed. However, I hope to maintain the friendship that we've developed over the course of the last 3 years and fostered between our families. And so this really isn't a goodbye. But as board president, I wish you much success in your future endeavors, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I'll just echo everything you guys said for sure. Gary, it's been a very very good pleasure working on the board with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to say a few words. Start by saying I'm not crying, you're crying. Excuse me. All right, well, so I've arrived at the end of my term, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to say farewell. I'd like to note a few highlights, things I'm proud to have been a part of while I've served on this board. The COVID years were incredibly challenging, stressful and challenging. Nothing in school board training prepared us for running schools during a pandemic lockdown. I've been thanked by some and cursed by others for decisions that we made during that time. But I'm so proud to have served with a board that worked tirelessly to do what we believed was best for our students and our staff. Another major accomplishment, the board adopted an entirely new slate of policies for our district. Most people will never know the hours of reading, markups, and debate that went into this work, and I'm proud to have played a role. And finally, regarding equity, I'm honored to have voted for our equity bylaw, which, as former BOE President Terry Trigg Scales said, will be used by boards hereafter as a lens in decision-making and policymaking. I'm also honored to have voted to add the position for the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Access and Inclusion. There is so much yet to be done to make our schools more equitable and inclusive, but I'm so very proud to live in this beautifully diverse community that supports the efforts that have been made already. No one is resting. Equity is a critical component in a more perfect society and in improving student achievement. Please make a point of meeting your professional staff at central office and in our schools. You'll find a team that is dedicated to making every student feel like they're at home in West Orange and helping them achieve levels of excellence. I'd like to offer my thanks to the following people for your encouragement, support, guidance, advice, and patience. Ken Alper, Amy McCampbell-Belusi, and Andrew Trenk. I would never have run for office or made it through the campaign without you. Thanks also to Barbara Burson Turner, my junior high school counselor, and to Debbie Grebe, my high school drama teacher. They had a huge impact on my life, and I'm grateful for them and for all the outstanding public school teachers out there. Let's hear it for the public school teachers. Thanks to Henry Powell and Rhonda Powell, Paula Healy, Michelle Castellino, Laura Lab, Megan Brill, Tammy Williams, Terry Trigg Scales, Cheryl Merklinger, Jerry Garino, Robert Parisi, Pastor Douglas Adams, John Calavano, Jim Quinn, Stefan Sakella, Mark Maniscalco, Jay Wecht, Tanya Flowers, Evanita Mendez, Dr. Joseph Vespignani, and Dr. Tamika Pollins. To the staff of our West Orange schools, I believe that hard work leads to good results, and you are proof of that. You are inspirational to our students and to all parents who see the difference you make in our children's lives. I'm proud of our faculty, staff, and administration today, and even more proud of the direction we're going. To the superintendents of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future, Dr. Scott Cascone, wherever you are out there. Thank you for your energy, vision, leadership, and passion that you brought to our schools and our community. You helped us to see once again the difference that a well-run school district can make for our community. The positive impact of your work will be felt for many years. Dr. Lauren Schoen. We were advised to seek an interim superintendent who would keep the lights on while we conducted a search for a permanent superintendent. You have brought us so much more. Your commitment to and love for our schools is above and beyond any expectation. You have inspired our staff and motivated us all with your vision, with your appreciation and support, and with your expertise and responsiveness. You have not just kept the lights on, you have been the light leading us forward. Mr. Hayden Moore, you are sympathetic, knowledgeable, and deeply committed to our schools and community. It's difficult to imagine a better role model for our students. I know that under your leadership as our next superintendent, you will bring new heights to West Orange and student achievement. This community is fortunate to have you, and I wish you success, fulfillment, and many, 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 many years as superintendent in West Orange. To the members of the West Orange Board of Education, it was an honor to serve with you, with Ken Alper, Terry Triggscale, Cheryl Merklinger, and with this current board, Jen, Melinda, Brian, and Eric. Eric, I hope you're okay in watching this. You are smart, talented, dedicated, and committed to our students and staff. Most people just couldn't understand the value you bring to our schools. Most will never understand the hours of work you put in to provide oversight. We are a board that often agrees, but sometimes disagrees on important issues. But we recognize that each member brings valid and different perspectives to this work. We respect each other and our focus on students, particularly those students who may not have a voice, an equitable opportunity, or a champion. And this respect has allowed us to perform well in service of our community. I also want to congratulate Mr. Robert Ivker, who will join the board in January. You join an outstanding team, and I'm confident you will bring new perspectives and talents to keep our district running well. Jen Tunnicliffe, a special thanks to you. You stole part of what I had to say here, but we became friends while we were campaigning. Maybe it's a little bit unusual to become friends with an opponent, maybe, but there was no questioning your integrity, leadership, community involvement, and just plain friendliness. I'll miss working with you on the board, and I'm grateful that you will continue in this position leading our district. Almost done, folks. To the West Orange community, thank you for electing me to serve you. You gave me a gift and opportunity that I had dreamed of, honestly, and I'm so deeply grateful. From your kindness when I knocked on doors to introduce myself and ask for your support, through the highs and lows and growth over the past 3 years, thank you for taking the time to express your opinions and to advocate for your children and our schools. Now, please don't use Facebook as a substitute for volunteerism and direct involvement. You are smart enough and good enough to get involved and to make a difference. And yes, I'm talking to you. Get involved. To my wife, Sheena, and my daughter, Abby, thank you so much for your love, support, and encouragement. You allowed me to do this job, and you've listened and offered your support along the way. You've put up with a lot over the past 3 years. It has not always been fair, and it has not always been easy on you. I hope that I've made you proud by how I've conducted myself. You have made me proud with your grace and kindness. I love you more than I can ever express. Thank you for being there for me. And finally, to the students at our Great West Orange schools, may each of you have a vision for your future. May you discover your talents and use your gifts for your success and to improve the lives of those around you. We on the Board of Education seek to give you the tools to make that a reality. Let us know when we get it right, and let us know how we can do better. Get involved and make us hear your voices. Thank you all so much for this honor that you have given me, and happy holidays. And once again, I'm not crying, you are.
Thank you so much. Just wanted to let everyone know at the end of the meeting, we have some cake and coffee outside. So we hope those of you who are with us tonight can join us and celebrate sending off Vice President Rothstein in true West Orange style.
We'll do it again.
Okay. So next, we have questions.
Do we vote on that?
Do we vote on?
Not the resolution?
Let's vote on this. Ask for a roll.
Oh, sorry, roll call.
If you don't,
forgot.
he has to stay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, roll call, please. Ms. Huerta,
Yes.
Mr. Rock,
Yes.
Vice President Rothstein,
No. What the heck? No.
and President Tunnicliff.
Yes. Sadly. All right. Done that. So now, okay. Next, now we will have questions from the public on the agenda items only, please. Any community member who would like to make comments or ask questions, you may come to the lectern at this time. Please state your name and home address for the record and begin your comments. You will be limited to 3 minutes. And if you have if anyone would like to make a comment, you can come up now and do so.
Congratulations again, Mr. Rothstein. My name is Elmanius Viney. I am at 186 Forest Hill Road. Actually, I wanted to talk tonight very quickly, just something for the board to consider. My son is a graduating senior, was accepted very early to college. But of course, with the matter of affordability with colleges, we're spending an inordinate amount of time, as I'm sure other parents as well, on scholarship applications, right? One of the things I'd like the board superintendent to think about is the economy of time, that students are placing a great deal of energy on things that go beyond college applications, but into the actual planning and execution of their post-secondary lives, more outside of school than in school. So when you think about the senior level, senior year, especially for those students that are not at risk of not graduating, the question becomes, is the better use of time on courses or on projects that really no longer now impact, i.e. getting accepted to a school if they're going to college, right? Or trade or military, or should more time be spent on, let's say, increasing the number of hours where that time in school could be used towards researching for scholarships, preparing for dormitory, financial aid, and any other things that take place during the post-secondary planning process. To me, I think, and I'm at my district is dean of the class of 2024, so I have to prepare my own students for this. So it's something that I think we really need to rethink senior year once those metrics of the decision about where to go post-secondary wise, as well as those students that are already assured to be on track for graduation, right? And I'm setting aside people like that are in AP, I understand, right? People that are in AP classes and have to prepare for that test. That is true. But for the remainder, we need to really think about that, because from a financial standpoint, I think we can invest more time in school on those scholarships. And I also think we can invest more time in really laying out what the post-secondary landscape looks like, especially when we're still dealing with the challenges of whether it be in college, retention levels, right? We're seeing more students now coming home after Thanksgiving. Also changing of majors. So I think there's a way to make this, it doesn't benefit my son right now, but I'm thinking about the next year's class and those afterwards. And, I got a 12-year-old that I got to deal with, when it's that time as well. So there's just something food for thought about rethinking some of the ways we can construct what senior year looks like and how it could be more beneficial to our graduating seniors. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What?
Hello.
Oh.
But hello, hi, my name is Marquita McPherson. I'm at 22 Central Avenue, apartment 223. And I'm coming up here today for my niece who is enrolled in the high school. And recently last week on Thursday, she was involved in an incident that happened inside the bathroom. So there's three things that I wanted to bring forth to you all. One is which started the incident. So in the high school, you have children that are ODing and overdosing on drugs and being brought out of the school by ambulance and different things like that. And my niece coming home and telling us that there's people that's doing drugs in the bathroom. People are hanging out in the bathroom. She's a sophomore, stuff that she's never seen before. Now she's actually has to see inside of this school. And then so she enters the bathroom because she went to the bathroom and then there was a group of girls there. She left the bathroom to find another bathroom to use because she didn't feel safe really entering inside because it's a bunch of girls inside the bathroom. So she said, let me go find another bathroom. She went to the nurse. She couldn't use the bathroom in the nurse because students being transported to the hospital for an overdosing situation. And then she went back to the bathroom. At that time, when she went back to the bathroom, a student called her an N-word and spit at her. And my niece ended up hitting her, which resulted in a 10-day suspension, which is the second thing that I wanted to bring up. The extent of a 10-day suspension happening for an altercation. And the third thing is nothing happening to the student who called her the N-word and spit at her. And I feel like the school is trying to cover it up and they are not being cooperative about finding out what actually happened. One of the girls that was there was questioned, and I have a voice recording that the student said to the principal / the deans what actually happened. And they said that they were beating around the bush with asking, oh, did the child, I'm not going to say her name, did the child say the word to my niece? And she said, yes, the child did say the word to my niece and actually spit at her. So the student, we were like, so did the student get in trouble for it? The student did not get in trouble for it. My niece is not a confrontational type of person. This student said stuff to my niece before, but my niece just brushed it off. And it leads to that bullying piece. Like my niece, she will avoid any confrontation as much as possible. But you figure there were 6 girls inside the bathroom, just chilling, like not like nowhere to be. It was lunchtime. So the 6 girls were just sitting inside the bathroom. And my niece by herself with one of her friends came inside the bathroom. So you got 6 children against 2. And so, of course, she's going to feel threatened. She's going to feel like they are trying to do something against her. So my niece actually did, I will not, she struck the girl, but she received a 10-day suspension for that. And I see my time is up. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. It should be agenda items only at this point, yes. Okay.
May I?
Yes.
Well, it's not typical protocol to go back and forth when someone comes up at the podium. I think you brought up 3 critical things that absolutely require a little bit of something. When you refer to your niece, you're speaking on behalf of your niece, correct? I spoke with your niece's grandmother earlier today on the phone related to this incident. That conversation that I had was followed prior to that subsequent was a meeting that your niece's grandmother had with 2 of our administrators at the high school. So they are quite familiar and did a great deal of research. And all 3 of these items, I believe, are things that we had discussed on the phone that were also discussed with the 2 administrators. While I can't speak to item number 2, which is the length of the suspension, it's not my job to run the schools, right? It's my job to make sure they're run well. This was what the administrators have chosen to do, and I concur. What I can do is speak to how I feel about the comment about, we have a number of students who are ODing with drugs, that your niece went to use the nurse's bathroom and could not because a student was being taken out because they OD'd with drugs. I know nothing about that, and I guarantee you that if that occurred, I would have, right? That's something that would definitely reach my level. So I don't want to leave that statement not addressed, right? I think it is important for those people who are here, for the board members who oversee the operation of the district, and for those who are watching at home, not to view West Orange High School as a high school where students are ODing. While I've not had the opportunity to speak with your niece, it's not my place. If in fact that is what it is that she is seeing, that they and me are not aware of, I do suggest that she circles back and speaks to them. Our administrative staff at the high school is second to none, but can't do anything about anything if they don't know about it. Right? So I think that's super important. In regard to your niece not being heard related to the story that she told, I wasn't there. I can safely assume that they interviewed those people that were there and gathered all that information prior to disciplining your niece. However, if it is still of question with your niece or with you, it is absolutely your prerogative to circle back. I am sure that the principal, Mr. Guerrera, is aware of everything that transpired. I know you met with Mr. Maniscalco and Dr. Chung today, your niece's grandmother, so Kamara's grandmother. So I want to make sure that you understand that if there's more information investigation that you think needs to take place, please circle back and do so. It is not uncommon that parents or guardians will disagree with what we put into place as far as the consequence. Sometimes we have to agree to disagree. While I know many of the facts, I don't know all of them, but what I can tell you is that the 10-day suspension that you thought about was definitely a very thoughtful decision. It is not a suspension that our administrators throw out lightly. So if we need to circle back, please do. And the ODing situation that you were referring to, if that is what your niece is seeing, I ask you please to kindly have her see an administrator first thing tomorrow morning, as I'll be on the phone first thing tomorrow morning, letting them know what transpired this evening. So the board does hear you loud and clear, as do I, but I did not want that left unsaid. So I thank you for the opportunity, but please have her circle back if you think that's best.
Thank you, Dr. Schoen. Okay, so we can move on now to our resolutions. So if I could have a motion to approve personnel items A1 through 6.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Rock. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Huerta. And before we vote, I wanted to congratulate a couple of folks who are retiring. We have Deborah Reese, who's one of the music teachers at Kelly Elementary, and she's been with us here in the district for 15 years of service. Margaret Theobald, a physical education teacher at Roosevelt Middle School. She's been with us in 29 years of service. Nubia Rodriguez, who's one of our paraprofessionals at the high school. She's had 20 years of service. We also have Rosa Gomez, a custodian on the night shift at Liberty Middle School for 17 years of service, and Elise Norwitz, an administrative assistant at our central office for her 18 years of service. So as we like to say here, we'd like to congratulate all of them and hope they enjoy their every day is Saturday. So thank you so much for your service to West Orange School District, and we wish you much success. Any discussion, board members? Seeing none, Ms. Flowers, if you could take the roll call.
Ms. Huerta,
Yes.
Mr. Rock,
Yes.
Vice President Rothstein,
Yes.
President Tunnicliff.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. If I could have a motion to approve the curriculum and instruction items B1 through 5.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Huerta. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Rock. Any discussion? I did want to mention on this, you'll see items number 2 and number 5 on our agenda. We are approving purchase of materials for the iReady assessment and evaluation. This is going to be our new mathematics program for the elementary level. Ready Math is slated to be coming in fully in the fall of next year. However, I wanted to let everybody know that we're doing this approval now because we get a discounted rate on these materials if we purchase them now rather than waiting till next year. And Ms. De Mendez, in conjunction with our West Orange Council of PTAs and our CPAC, will be hosting some parent curriculum nights so the parents can get a flavor of the new math program that's going to be rolled out in our district in the elementary schools. So I wanted to just let everybody know to keep your eyes and ears out for those dates. They'll be coming up in early January. And our intention will be to, once the parents have had an opportunity to review the materials and go through these parent nights, that then we'll go ahead and put that on the board agenda to actually approve the curriculum for at the end of our January 23rd meeting. Teachers will be going through professional development, and parents will hopefully start seeing some of the materials coming out as they'll be aligned with what they're currently doing in everyday math sometime in March. So just wanted to give everybody a heads up, but look out for those dates for early January. Okay, and then any other comments or no? Okay, then we can go ahead with the vote. Take the roll call.
Yes. Ms. Reardon,
Yes.
Mr. Rock,
Yes.
Vice President Rothstein,
Yes.
President Tunnicliff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, may I have a motion to approve the finance items C, special services items A 1 through 4, and business office items 1 through 10?
Yes, so moved.
Thank you, Vice President Rothstein. Second,
Second.
thank you, Mr. Rock. Any discussion? No? Okay, could you take the roll call, please?
Ms. Reardon,
Yes.
Mr. Rock,
Yes.
Vice President Rothstein,
Yes.
President Tunnicliff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'd like to have a motion to approve the HIB report and D reports items 1 through 3.
So
So-
move.
Thank you, Ms. Huerta. Second,
Second.
thank you, Mr. Rock. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Ms. Reardon,
Yes.
Mr. Rock,
Yes.
Vice President Rothstein,
Yes.
President Tunnicliff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to my board colleagues for getting through our business so efficiently. Next up, we have additional petitions and hearings of citizens. These can be on agenda or non-agenda items that you wish to discuss. Again, you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Please approach the lectern and state your name and address for the record.
Cassandra Dock, 298 South Orange Avenue, Newark. So I like what, and I can't pronounce your last name, Mr. Gary. I like what you were saying when I walked in here. You talked about being a voice for the voiceless. That's exactly why I'm here tonight, because I'm a voice for Miss Fields, Kamora Fields, who cannot be here tonight. Also, I like what you said, Miss Sean. Like what Sean? Yeah, whatever. I like what you said when you said you were not there, because you wasn't. You was not there. Same problem I had with Miss Chong when I met with her today. So I was there. I had that meeting with Miss Chong today. No, your mistake. I'm correcting it. I was there. Yeah, and I see it's just probably just a thing with the staff or a thing with the board members, because I see the same attitude and the same problem I had with Ms. Chong. You seem to have that same kind of demeanor. I came here tonight to let you know it was unacceptable with her earlier today. And it's unacceptable with you tonight. Because that's the same. Yeah, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Yeah, bring it down. Yeah, bring it down. So, like I said to Ms. Chong, when she brought what you say were, and maybe you saying the same thing that she's saying, the witnesses, the 6 students that were there. So like I said to her, the 6 students that were there, so you just automatically take their word that whatever they say happened in that bathroom happened because you wasn't there. So I know we normally take statements from witnesses. That's how I go in the court of law as well. You take the statements from the witnesses. But like I said to her, I'm sure you heard this before too. Some witnesses are not credible. So if it's 6 of the young lady who she had the incident with, her friends versus 2 of Miss Fields' friends, then maybe, just maybe not, but just maybe the other student, and I don't agree with anybody being assaulted. I think the person should be reprimanded. I agree. The only concern I had was the 10 days because she's already going to be out of school next week. So why the 10 days couldn't be a part of that? Because she's already out of school. And then it led to me having concerns with academics, where you was dropping the ball with that as well. Intervention team, which Ms. Chong is a part of. She's the dean. She's the dean. She's a part of the intervention. So, like I said to her, last year, when Kimora left the 9th grade, having little issues. So nobody on the team caught that. So had I not came up there today, had a meeting today, and I hate that I had to mention her name, but had I not came up there today and talking about the incident, then we wouldn't have had a meeting about the other issues that I have. So my time is up. So I'll be back. And what was the word you said? Bring it around again. What was the term? We can address it again. Circle back. So we will circle back. When is the next meeting? So we can circle back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Down to Jackson, 128 Smith Street, Newark, New Jersey, New Jersey State Parent Advocate for Special Education. So I have several questions. This parent requested a IEP evaluation last year. You guys are in violation. I will be following a emergency relief hearing tomorrow morning for her with the Department of Education. There's no way you're going to tell me that it takes a year for a parent to get an evaluation. That is unacceptable. Now, I do know the State Board of Education has warranted and warned every school district in terms of the services that we need to give our special ed population, as well as having children evaluated. You know, we got staff shortages all over the country. Nobody's personal fault. People just aren't working. It's good to see people retire, but it's unfortunate that we don't have good people to fill those spots. So we're pulling from a pool that is not a good pool. A lot of times new people get burned out very quickly because of the demands of what are going on. So I saw in here in the agenda tonight that you were hiring I couldn't find the page. I saw it when I came in, but you're hiring a couple of more people in the special ed area, which is good. But I also see RU Cares, which is Rutgers, behavioral program at Children's Specialized Hospital. Is this a partnership with West Orange, with Children's Specialized to help you guys do evaluations? Or do we have a child study team full here that starts that process and then we send children out? Because I see you also have the Institute of Neurology, which is good because we need to do those. And it is hard for us to hire speech therapy, occupational therapy, those kinds of things that need to be held over for our students. I see a lot of transportation issues on the agenda tonight. I just wasn't ready at that point to speak to them. So that means that we're doing a lot of transportation, which also is good. I'm very concerned, not just about the issue of the evening, but I also see that there was reports from the harassment, intimidation, and bullying. My concern with that is across the board. Your administrators, no administrators right now, want to write up incidents properly. Don't think West Orange is exempt because you're not. Was in Caldwell last month. You're not. drugs, you're not. Nobody's exempt right now. Unfortunately, our children are experimenting in a little bit of everything. And you know what happened? Unfortunately, we allowed this social media thing to take over. So now children from the suburban areas are communicating with the kids from urban areas. And when we started this drug war about 10 years ago with our children, your children were doing the synthetic weed. My kids had the regular weed. They got together on that social media thing and they were riding up and down Bloomfield Avenue and other areas doing it because I had to bring it to the attention of the Essex County Freeholder Board, who did not think we had a drug/gang problem in Essex County, because up until 2011, we were applying for no dollars. Now, a gang doesn't mean I got to have on a red bandana, blue bandana, doesn't mean that. Our children hang together by association. So when I took Miss Kavanaugh up to Caldwell and we saw the kids, I hope close with this, hanging out at the 7-Eleven with the red bandanas hanging out of their pocket, we then identified we had a problem in Essex County. So please, whatever we need to do to keep all the children safe, I think we need to have some peer-to-peer classes. We need to have those racial barrier conversations, because in the height of what we're going through in this country, a lot of people like to call it the Trump era. I'm just keeping it real. It's just how we felt. We need to start having those conversations, because if that did happen in the bathroom and the young lady did say it happened, so we had one person at least say, we need to have that conversation, not to have that undertone, because we are having these issues all across the country. So West Orange is not, exempt to what's going on, but I just ask that we handle it before it gets too far out of control, and let our children also be at the table to give their suggestions as to how we can handle it. And let's do something with special needs and not take too long to get children evaluated in the services that they need. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, seeing no other comments, I would like to thank everyone for being here this evening. Our next board meeting will be for reorganization. It will be held 7:30 p.m. January 5th, 2023. This meeting will be held right here in the West Orange High School Library Media Center. We will not be going into executive session after the close of this meeting. There will be no further business discussed and no additional action will be taken. May I have a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Ms. Huerta. Second?
Seconded.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wishing everyone a happy, healthy holiday season. And our meeting is now adjourned. We wish you a good night.